Welcome back, YouTube. DG here with you again. Another installation of single-player Chronicles for Empyrion Galactic Survival. For those just checking out this set of videos for the first time, we've gone through all the basic tutorials. You can check those out in the earlier videos. Super informative stuff. It really walks through how to do all the basics, get acclimated with the game. There's a ton to do. In our last video, we made a quick mention about wanting to go to the moon. So I took the time to do a little pre-game, a little pre-planning. Took our little scout ship all the way up to the moon to check it out, and I got annihilated. I got completely destroyed. We no longer have a small vessel. I had to leave all the stuff I found up on the moon up there, so at some point, when we go back up there, it's probably not going to be up there, but all of the enemies will be. So we need to make sure we're a little better prepared. Again, remembering that it's set to medium, so not super challenging, but still pretty hard. I think that they're working on some balancing here in early access, which is pretty intense. So what we have done is we did get enough resources to come back with in terms of wanting to make our hover vessel to mine. So now that we have a hover vessel to mine with, things should go a little bit quicker. Just overlooking the edge here for the sunrise. This is the Armadillo we wanted to spawn. Basically, it's got all the different fuel tanks to go in there. Fuel tanks on each side. There is a mobile constructor in the back. So when we harvest things, we can basically drop all of the ore here in the mobile constructor and refine it on the go, which is really awesome. And essentially, jump in the cockpit, you can see it's got 6 drills. This one's at about 16%. Again, we don't have anything, so we have to do a little bit of mining here before we can rebuild what we need to. Like, we don't have our tier 2 drill anymore. Tier 2 multi-tool is gone. So we're going to have to go ahead and probably drop down that advanced constructor here on this planet. We have a couple of them, so that should be okay. But I just wanted to take a quick video to show you what this little puppy is capable of. If you remember in some of the other videos telling you I would do mining off camera, essentially off recording, it would take a while for me by myself to go through and drill out anything with just the tier 2 drill. So basically we need iron. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit, just the camera angle, fly over there. I'm going to go grab the iron. But it takes a while when you have just the drill and you're by yourself. Now technically we have 6 drills and it auto harvests into the harvest box, the collection box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and deplete this deposit over here. It's only got 61% left. So we're going to come over here, we're going to try and check it out. We're really going to keep this video super short just to show you what this thing is capable of. So now you can see we were already over here a while ago with just our little tier 2 drill. But now we're over here with this thing, so essentially I'm going to come off, come down and in, start drilling. Hopefully it's not too loud, but immediately you can see the difference looking over to the left of how much ore this thing is taking. So we're going to go through, I'm going to try and drill out as much as I possibly can. Hopefully try and kill this deposit here pretty quick. But you can see he's sitting on a piece of ore. Let's just drop it down a little bit. There we go. He's sitting on one piece of the ore deposit. It'll just keep accumulating the count for all of the actual iron that we're grabbing right now. And as the camera zooms in and out, that's going to get louder and louder. It's still a little wonky. There's a way you can take and lock the actual drill module itself, which is a little tricky to get used to. So what I'm trying to avoid doing that by just kind of freehanding it here, using O to stabilize myself, and at the same time driving forward into the ore to mine everything out. See, we're down to 30. See how fast the percentage is going down? So much quicker. So much quicker. That's what this thing is. We're going to have to make some adjustments. We grabbed this blueprint from the factory. This is a player-made blueprint. Really cool design, but we're missing some... I think we're missing some thrusters in the front, which is making this a little bit hard to wobble around and stay steady with. So I'm going to try and get as much. What do we got? We got about 27%. Once we see that little tag disappear, we're going to stop. And an advanced feature of the game here is that once you go through the planet and you take out all of the deposits, meteorites start falling. So all of the different ore types on this planet will start dropping meteors once they're all depleted. Just want to take all of this out. And then once we're done, I'm going to show you the quick transition of how to go into the mobile constructor, swap out everything that was harvested in the harvest box. Once it gets about 10%, it should go away. So we'll see. So right before we get there, we're at 10%. We can still see it. You see here, iron 6 of 6. Now let's try and get this thing underneath 10%, see what happens. There it goes. It just disappeared. Did you see that? There's still a couple of bits in here we can grab. But now, if we look, now 5 of 5. So that's one less iron deposit on the planet. Once we get rid of all deposits on the planet, meteorites will start falling, and then we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and drill our way out a little bit. I know there's some left there. My OCD is going to kick in if I look back, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to drill straight up and out. Get up to a nice level area. We're already at 6.5 minutes here. And the remaining couple of minutes of this video, I just want to go through and show how to work the mobile constructor. Super helpful to have if you get into making hover vessels with the drill modules on them. You can see here the harvest boxes or cargo boxes, right? Here's where all of your ore goes. So look at that. We're almost 1,000 ore within 2-3 minutes instead of 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how big the actual deposit was, using just the standard tier 2 drill, the hand drill. So what we do is we just grab everything into our local inventory, and then we come back, and then we come up here to constructor. See the mobile constructor? Now we can drop everything in here. You can see it up top, and then the mobile constructor is limited. It doesn't have as many options as a normal constructor does, but that's okay, because while we're on the fly, we can come right in. Oh, look, ironing it. Let's do it. Let's make a whole bunch, and then set it and forget it. I know you've heard that elsewhere before, but I'm going to use it anyway. So we'll be able to go through and just plug away at each different deposit. Like that one's done. This one's pretty close to. It's got about 88% left. See if we can just jump over here real quick. Try and knock this one out really fast, because we got a couple of minutes left here. You know, I was going to make a montage of harvesting and collecting as much as I could, but I figured, you know what, we just built this new ship. Let's go over here, give it a little bit of a test drive, get as much iron as we possibly can, because what you're going to find as you progress through the game, iron is used in everything. So when you're out there and you see an iron deposit, don't be shy, grab it. Gonna need it at some point, I promise. Just gonna keep chewing away here, grabbing as much as we possibly can. And I'm going to make some adjustments off camera here after this episode is complete and uploaded, just to make it a little bit more friendly with the freehand drilling. I've tried to use the pivot lock. You can essentially take your degree of pitch and lock it when you're trying to mine. I feel it's very stiff and still needs a little bit of balancing, which is okay. I like the fact that they locked it so you can go through and kind of drill straight through a mountain if you want to, or if you're trying to drill tunnels around for a base. It makes it really easy to use. But at the same time, it's still a little wobbly. And I hope that drill sound is not going to be too loud out there. But we're approaching 10 minutes now. We're about 9 minutes out. So I'm going to see how much we grabbed. Let's go ahead and look real quick. Oh, so at 800 already. And there's 65% left. So there's a ton left, which is awesome. See what I mean? Just that short little bit of time, I almost have another full stack of iron ore, which is great. So we're going to drill our way out. Boost ourselves up. Roll, baby, roll. Yeah, see, it's still a little wobbly because the hover engines are trying to compensate for the actual terrain itself, because it's fully deformable. it gets confused and it'll roll around in circles. If you're not paying attention, you can actually get kind of lost when you're out there mining. But the beauty of these is they hover right over water. They're not as fast as a small vessel, but they still do the trick. Much faster than using a regular drill and the motorbike to scoot around on the planet and try and find things. It takes forever and ever and ever. So we've come this far, took a big setback going up to the moon and losing our small vessel and all the stuff we found. But I think we can make a good comeback here now that we have a nice mining vessel and a little hover vessel to go through and grab all these deposits. I'm probably going to go through off camera and grab a ton of those different nodes or deposits. But hey, if you like the content, subscribe for more, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, thumb it down, leave a comment. You know, I can't fix it or make it better if you don't let me know what's going on or what's wrong. And if you like to see the mining part of it, let me know. I'll start making separate series. I just wanted to jump in here and show you real quick what we had planned on building, which we did go ahead and build. It's ready to go, and I'm actually going to just hop out of it while the stuff is still in the mobile constructor here. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look. This way you can see it's still churning and burning. So again, this has just been a quick update on our hover vessel. I want to back that away from the actual constructor so I have some walking space up there. But now, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to turn everything off because unlike multiplayer, when you log out, everything shuts off. See, in multiplayer it doesn't do that. If there are people actively on the play field, your stuff will continue to run. So that's more like an advanced piece that we'll get through here. And the pumpkins aren't done yet, and the corn's not done yet, so we're not going to harvest anything, and that's going to do it. So again, if you like the content, subscribe for more. Leave a like with comments of what you did like. If you don't like it or you didn't like it, thumb it down. Just tell me why you didn't like it. And hopefully we're going to get some more stuff up here later this week. Once again, DG here with some Empyrion Galactic Survival, doing single player. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. We'll see you guys next time.